Hi guys and welcome back to another video from FPL Goa. Today we're going to be talking about ones to watch, differentials and captain picks for game week 36. We hope you like this video. I'm going to hand it straight over to the boys now.
My differential pick for game week 36 is Christian Benteke. He's just owned by 1.5% of FPL owners and he's just priced at 5.5, which is really good I feel, and you can get him in very easily. And Crystal Palace face Aston Villa at home this game week, and Benteke has been in pretty good form. In the double game week fixture he scored a goal against Southampton in a 3-1 loss and a goal against Sheffield United in a 2-0 win. He also had many chances against City in the previous game week, but he didn't manage to score or convert any. But I can see that he's getting a lot of chances, and as Eze and Zaha around him are in good form too, they will surely create more chances for him. And the good point about Crystal Palace is I feel like they use Christian Benteke's strength in the box, that is on crosses. They keep crossing and they deliver good crosses to him, so I'm pretty sure he'll be a big threat for Villa, and he could even score or get an assist too. So he's going to be a good differential as the season is coming to an end, so you'll be wanting to get your differentials right now. So he's going to be a good differential for this game week.
My differential for this game week is Michail Antonio. The West Ham forward is only owned by about 6.5 of the managers out there, and he is back from injury right now. He didn't have a double game week either in the last game week, so we do know that he shouldn't be extremely tired, although he will start his third game in a row if he does start, which should be likely. West Ham don't really have another striker that they can put up front, and they are chasing European spots, so they will look to get as much firepower and as much chances of winning as they can. Michail Antonio returned in game week 34 against Burnley after a spell on the sidelines due to injury after about 3.5 weeks out. And in the game versus Burnley, he had 2 goals and played the entire 90 minutes, collecting 13 points in the process. So we see Michail Antonio coming back to his form. He didn't score against Everton in the last game week, that is game week 35. But Everton did look pretty good defensively that game, and like West Ham, they are chasing European spots, so they did feel as though they needed to defend pretty well, and they did defend well. I say Michail Antonio could be a really good differential this game because we know he is explosive. We know he likes to get in the box and score tap-ins and generally be a big menace. And it's not just the goals; he does create, and he really scores some quite unexpected and sometimes outstanding goals also. So he can score them from any part of the penalty area. Coming to the opponents, West Ham United this game week they play Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton and Hove Albion have a weakened defense. They don't have Dunk anymore. Dunk has been suspended. They don't have Veltman either. So that's 2 of their main back 4 out for the game against West Ham. So we should see them slightly weakened, a reshuffle in their defense maybe. They have been safe from relegation. They don't really have that worry now that they will be relegated, so they don't really have to play for anything too much. And as such, I think they should be defeated by West Ham. I think West Ham could have a really good day, especially without Dunk and Veltman in the defense. Michail Antonio should capitalize on it with his form and with his tendency to be up there and disrupt the defense. So yeah, at 6.5 million, I think he's a really good option this game week, along with other forwards as well. But I think Brighton could be a really good game for Michail Antonio to get a lot of points, as West Ham will be looking to get as many points as possible to qualify for a European spot. So yeah, I think Michail Antonio could be a really good option.
Since Everton plays Sheffield, many people will be looking to target DCL, and rightly so. But I think if there's another name worth considering, it's Gylfi Sigurdsson. The Blades have considered 6 goals in their previous 2 games. Now Sigurdsson has only 2 shots on goal in his last 2 games, but prior to that he had 10 in 3 games. And I think this could be the perfect game for him to revive his form. and I'm pretty sure that he'll start since he played only 67 minutes of the Villa game. His ownership of 3.9% could make him a strong differential if he does bang against Sheffield.
My differential pick for game week 36 is Pickford. Everton play Sheffield United at home in game week 36. Everton have kept clean sheets in the last 2 games. Pickford is just priced at 4.8 million and picked by 5.2% teams. Everton have a good chance of keeping clean sheets in game week 36 and 37. After Wilder's departure, Sheffield United haven't performed well. He looks to be a good differential for game week 36.
My one to watch for this game week is Dallas of Leeds. Leeds United have good fixtures. They are facing Burnley this game week, then Southampton away and West Brom at home. Dallas scored a goal against Tottenham last game week in a 3-1 win, and Dallas is positioned as a defender, but he's playing in midfield right now. That's why he's getting goals and assists in the recent game weeks. He can also get clean sheet points this game week against Burnley. Although Wood is in good form, but Leeds, their side, they always go out for the win, and you can always see the desire of to win the game every time, and that's what wins you tough games eventually. So Dallas, I think, is a really good one to watch because he can get you clean sheet points this game week and also a goal or an assist. So he's a good option, I feel, this game week.
My pick for this game week is Riyad Mahrez. I think Mahrez could be a really good option this game week because he is in electric form right now. If you look at the Champions League fixtures, which City have been playing the semi-finals, Mahrez has scored in both of them. He scored 1 goal in the first leg against PSG and 2 goals in the second leg against PSG. So his form right now is pretty good. In the Premier League, Mahrez has started 2 out of the last 6 games. So there is sufficient break in the Premier League. He has been rested quite a lot, and I suppose it could be for good measure. He was rested for the Champions League, and I think now against Newcastle he should be getting a run in the squad for the next game. They play Newcastle United away, City play Newcastle United away, and Newcastle has a safe from relegation, and they really don't have a lot to play for besides waiting for next season, I suppose. And yeah, if Mahrez does start, he could have a really good game. He should be pretty explosive against the Newcastle defense, and he is of course there is susceptible to him being benched, but I think if you ask me, I think Mahrez should start. It's pretty rare that pretty uncertain, but I suppose if you the week who sort of high risk high reward, Mahrez could be a really good option along with Aguero because of the uncertainty of who's going to start. I mean, there are players you can pick for this game week. He hasn't come off the bench even once during his last 4 PL benching. So if he starts, he starts. If he doesn't start, he doesn't start. So it's either a yes or no situation with Mahrez. Over the recent stats, if you compare Mahrez with the other City midfielders, that is Mahrez and Foden, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Mahrez has 8 shots, 2 big chances, 11 chances created, and 2 big chances created. So he is getting pretty involved. He is the more involved of the four midfielders in terms of attacking wise. I think if Mahrez does start this game against Newcastle, he should have a really good game. City should win it quite comfortably, and we do know that they always like playing Newcastle. They do score a lot of goals against them. So I think Mahrez should be a good option this game.
My ones to watch for game week 36 is Lucas Digne. Everton play Sheffield United at home in game week 36. Everton have kept clean sheets in the last 2 games. Digne in the last 4 games has 3 shots on target, assisted 1 goal, and created 8 big chances. Everton have a good chance of keeping clean sheets in game week 36 and 37. Digne is the only defender in the Everton squad who doesn't have a threat of getting benched. He is on free kicks, which gives him a high chance to score goals or assist.
My one to watch pick for Game Week 36 is Mohamed Salah. I think for me he's the most consistent Liverpool player throughout the season. If not the player, there have been few a lot, but at least I can say a consistent attacker that has been Mohamed Salah. He has been bailing them out. He's really good with penalties, and since they got a victory against Manchester United yesterday, it's really a great chance for them to compete and push for the top 4 position, which really looks tough for them. But we know the brand of football where Jurgen Klopp plays. He loves to attack, and they play West Brom this game week, who have been already relegated. They haven't been that great and clinical. Yes, they have produced some shocking results, but that won't make a difference on Jurgen Klopp ambitions to get in the top 4 position and get some good amount of goals. So due to this fact, I really back Mohamed Salah, the consistent attacker for Liverpool this season.
My captain pick for game week 36 is Diego Jota. Liverpool faced West Brom away, and they have really good fixtures the last 3 games, that is West Brom away, Burnley away and Palace at home. And to be in the top 4, they will surely have to win these 3, and they look like the fixtures they would be able to win. So I'm pretty sure Jota is going to be a main player in these games, as he scored a goal against United last game week in the double fixture in the 4-2 win over United, and he's been in good form recently after injury, and against West Brom away he'll surely be a threat to them. So I'm pretty sure Diego Jota will be a good captain pick this game week.
My captain pick for this game week is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The Everton frontman plays Sheffield United this game week. They play Everton play Sheffield United at home, and as we all know, Sheffield United have been relegated from the Premier League, and as such they really don't have anything to play for. They are a pretty lackluster side. If you watch them play, the numbers don't look promising on either end of the pitch. Whereas Everton, however, they do have something to play for. They are chasing European spots, and their main man Calvert-Lewin seems to be picking up some of his previous form. With the past 4 games, he scored 2 goals, including one in the triple game week, that we had last game week. Against West Ham United away, he did score the goal, the only goal to win the game, and against Aston Villa at home the game week before that. Last game against Aston Villa away, he didn't really score a goal, but Martinez was a pretty good shot stopper that day. I mean, he is generally a good shot stopper, but he was pretty good blocking a lot of shots that day and saving a lot of shots. So Everton didn't really get past the defense, but I don't think that will be the case when they play Sheffield United at home. If you look at the numbers, Sheffield United haven't been the best defensively all season, but over the past few games under the new coach, they have been conceding about 3.38 big chances conceded per game, and about 2.4 expected goals conceded per game. Now that is bottom of the list for both respective stats. Their defensive numbers have been pretty shambolic, and they really don't look like they have anything to play for. Since the previous manager Chris Wilder has left, Sheffield United have conceded about 27 big chances, and only three teams have conceded more than 20 big chances during this spell. I think it's a really good option if you do pick Calvert-Lewin, because he is looking to get into his goal scoring form again, so that he is selected for the Euros. Luca Dean is pretty creative these days. He is getting up there a lot and putting in a lot of crosses in the box, and that obviously facilitates Calvert-Lewin. So yeah, I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is a no-brainer if you really want to striker this game week, and if you don't have any captaincy picks, I think Calvert-Lewin could be a really decent option.
Danny Ings scored twice against Palace after missing out on his previous 2 games due to injury. He has 4 goals and an assist in the last 4 games and will be an exciting option for this game week as Southampton face Fulham. Ever since the famous victory versus Liverpool, Fulham haven't kept a single clean sheet, and that could be another reason to own Danny Ings.
My captain pick for game week 36 is Harry Kane. The only thing what he can achieve this season is by winning Premier League Golden Boot. He has been really consistent and superb throughout the season. He's also improved his ball distribution. according to me, after Kevin De Bruyne, he's the best. He's also developed a great bond with Son Heung-min. His goals scoring knack, as we were all aware that how good he was, and he's been proving again and again. They play Wolves this time. They haven't been that good too, as since compared to that of 2-3 seasons. Since after Jorginho sacking, they seem to be much on front foot and possess the attacking style. So considering this point, I think Harry Kane will get few amount of goals till the last game week, and he might end up being the Golden Boot winner, which increase the chances for FPL managers to keep him this week because of the heat in the Golden Boot race, which might help the managers to get some good points for themselves.
So those were our wants to watch, differentials and captain picks for game week 36. We really hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good game week. See you soon.